Good evening. First, from the investigative unit tonight, St. Gabriel Police Chief Kevin Ambeau is disputing claims made by the Iberville Sheriff's Office about the circumstances which led to Captain Devin Boutte's murder.
Sheriff Brett Stassi alleging possible drug dealing as he asked the State Attorney General's office to investigate. Bess Cashley with Ambeau's forceful defense of his murdered officer.
Michael, Sylvia, in our exclusive interview with Chief Ambeau, he gets candid about why he doesn't believe the allegations coming from the sheriff's office.
It's been a difficult week for the St. Gabriel Police Department after losing Captain Devin Boutte.
It's been a hard 3 days. Devin was loved by everybody in this community.
Chief Kevin Ambeau says made worse by the allegations coming from his confessed killer.
I saw an officer who was butchered up beyond recognition. I didn't even recognize him. That's how bad this guy beat him. To the point that we may not even be able to open his casket. And you're gonna take a word of a cop killer?
He's guilty of committing a crime.
The Iberville Sheriff's Office and the Attorney General are investigating Boutte for corruption involving drugs.
We come to a conclusion on what was going on.
Sheriff Brett Stassi saying he provided weed and meth to his live-in boyfriend and killer, Warren Mitchell, which may have been part of his motive.
He thought that Boutte was developing into where maybe his life would be put in danger. And whether he thought it or dreamed it, it was part of his mental status at the time of the attack.
Ambeau says it's simply not true.
Here's what I can say.
Yeah.
You take your camera and you talk to anyone in St. Gabriel, and the word drugs and Devin Boutte's name will never come up in the same sentence. The thing that amazed me is the only person can tie Devin Boutte, the drug, is a cop killer.
Why do you think they're putting so much stock in that? I mean, they're asking the Attorney General to come in and investigate the actions of a man who has passed away. I mean, why are they doing that?
Whatever the reason is, I'm open to any investigation, whether it's the Attorney General, whether it's the Sheriff's Office, whether it's the FBI. I'm transparent. Whatever Devin did in his personal life, he didn't bring it to the police department.
About 8 Sunday morning, Ambeau tells me a store clerk he knows called him, saying someone at the store wanted to speak to him. It was Warren Mitchell, confessing to what he had done.
When Mitchell called you to tell you what he did he tell you why?
I asked him why. He wouldn't give me a reason. He wouldn't give me a reason. And it's stuff that we talked about that I got to release to the investigators that I don't want to talk about. You know, all I know, I have to testify to what I saw in that room was Devin Boutte beaten beyond recognition, no clothes on, with a big old knife in his back.
Ambeau says a critical flaw in Mitchell's accusations that Boutte had drugs at his house is the fact that he lived with his canine drug dog.
Devin was a canine officer. Make it make sense. You have drugs at his house, you got to train the dog.
Another issue, he says, is how long it took Mitchell to report his crime.
I know what rigor mortis look like.
Oh, really?
It wasn't no blood, it was dried up. He had to kill Devin around about 1 o'clock that morning. Do the investigation. It got people saw him walking on the levee at 2:30 that morning. When you came down off your high, then you want to think of a way to get out what you done. You call the police chief like you not kill a dog and say, I kill your officer? Who does that?
Boutte's funeral will be this Saturday at 11 at the St. Gabriel Community Center. It is open to the public. For the investigative unit, Bess Casserly, WBRZ News 2.